Hello, I'm really glad you're here today. I want to share something that has changed the way I see myself and my life. Something I hope will help you too. For a long time, I compared myself to others. I would scroll through social media, see what people were achieving, and feel like I wasn't enough, like I was falling behind. Maybe you felt the same. It's exhausting, isn't it? Constantly measuring yourself against someone else's highlight reel. And the truth is, it doesn't help us grow. It just steals our joy. I remember one particular day, I had just finished a long week of work, feeling proud of myself, and then I opened my phone. There was someone my age had landed promotion, another friend had traveled somewhere I'd been dreaming about, and yet another had started a business. Suddenly, my accomplishments felt tiny. My wins didn't seem real. And I caught myself thinking, why isn't that me? It's a trap, this constant comparison. It makes us forget that everyone is on their own journey, and that journey isn't visible in its entirety. No one shows the struggles, the failures, the late nights, the tears behind the scenes. We see only the polished version, the highlight reel, and comparing our reality to that is unfair to ourselves. What helped me was realizing that my journey is mine, unique, different, valuable. I started asking myself questions instead of looking at someone else's life. What am I proud of today? What steps am I taking, no matter how small, toward my goals? Slowly, I began to shift focus. I stopped measuring my progress with someone else's ruler and started using my own. Everyone's timeline is different. Just because someone reaches a milestone faster doesn't mean you're behind. You're on your path at your pace, and that's enough. Let's talk about social media for a second, because that's where most of the comparison happens. I used to scroll endlessly, feeling inadequate, but then I reminded myself, people post their best moments, not their struggles. The truth is, no one has a perfect life. No one. Behind every happy picture, there's effort, sacrifice, and sometimes even pain. So, comparing my behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel? Totally unfair. Totally unrealistic. So, how did I shift my mindset? I started practicing gratitude. Each day, I would list 3 things I'd accomplished, big or small. I'd acknowledge progress, even if it wasn't visible to the world. I also started celebrating other people's success instead of feeling jealous. Strange as it sounds, cheering them on didn't diminish me. It reminded me that life isn't a zero-sum game. There's room for all of us. And the more I focus on my growth, my wins, and my journey, the less I notice a comparison trap. Another thing that helped me was self-reflection. I began asking, why am I comparing myself? Often, it's rooted in insecurity or fear. Fear that we aren't enough. Fear that we're missing out. Fear that we're falling behind. Acknowledging that fear allowed me to confront it. I reminded myself, I am enough. I am growing. I am moving forward. Reflection also helped me recognize my values. I stopped chasing what others were doing and focused on what truly mattered to me. Celebrate yourself, even in small ways. Did you finish a task you've been putting off? Celebrate. Did you step out of your comfort zone? Celebrate. It's easy to wait for big moments, but life is made of small wins stacked together. And those small wins matter just as much as anyone else's big milestones. Every day I practiced this, I felt lighter, more confident, and I realized I was living my own story, not someone else's. So if you're listening right now and you've been comparing yourself to others, stop. Your journey is yours. Your growth is yours. Your story is yours. Take a moment to acknowledge yourself, to honor the steps you've taken, and to appreciate your progress. Remember, no one else's life defines your worth. Your worth is defined by your choices, your growth, and your heart. And the sooner you embrace that, the more joy, peace, and freedom you'll find in your own life. If this story helped you, like, share, and subscribe to Cobby Cobbs for more motivational stories that remind you of your value. Comment below, what is one thing you're proud today, no matter how small? I'd love to hear it.